What's going on, guys? This is Johnny, and I'm here with Trevor again today, and we're bringing you another Tail of the Tape video. And for this video, we're going to be breaking down a light heavyweight fighter known as Thiago Silva.
Out of the red corner, this man is a striker. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Thiago Silva!
Alright, Team Knockdown is back, and we are doing no other as the light heavyweight fighter, Thiago Silva. If you're looking at his three main attributes, you can tell that his strength is really high. This is very representative of his real-life counterpart because he is one of the strongest fighters in the light heavyweight division. He is a boxer, so, and he loves to get in the ground and pound. He can work on the ground, get to the ground and pound, and you can see that by his ground striking being 86.
Oh, I definitely agree with you there, Trevor. His ground and pound is absolutely nasty. If any player does play as Silva and he does get the opportunity to get like a mount or even in side control, throwing the elbows, it's basically game over. It does so much damage to the head, and he can do it to the body as well. It doesn't matter where he is. If he gets that ground and pound, you have to take advantage of it, and he will do so much damage.
Right. I mean, comparing his takedown, ground grapple, clinch grapple, and submission to other fighters in the light heavyweight division, they're rather low. But I'm pretty sure that his striking makes up for it. We have a few clips of that coming up.
Definitely. His stand-up game is definitely his strength, and Thiago Silva really fits any player that likes to stand up and bang. A good example would be my brother, who just absolutely love to fight. So this definitely fits towards his style. If you're kind of the guy who really likes to trade punches and isn't really too comfortable with the ground game yet, then Thiago Silva is definitely that fighter that you should definitely try out first.
Alright, so now we're moving on to the clips. And we got some clips featuring Luis Kane, Rampage Jackson, Keith Jardine, and Shogun Rua to show off, the strengths and weaknesses of Thiago Silva. And one thing that Thiago Silva does, as we mentioned earlier, is throw punches, and he throws them in bunches.
Definitely. Thiago's stand-up game is absolutely ridiculous. If you are playing as Thiago Silva, you want to make sure that if you try not to sway too much, but if you do have the opportunity to avoid it and sway, try to throw in his overhand lefts and rights. They're about level 3, so they'll do plenty of damage to your opponent and give you the opportunity to rock them. But you also want to utilize body shots too, because those body uppercuts do a lot of damage as well.
Right. In one of these clips on Kane, I'm pretty sure I hit a left body shot and counter up with or follow up, I should say, with a left and a right, and it gets him rocked, and I end up knocking him out with a huge left hook. And they're so powerful,
Oh yeah. Silva's left hook, his hooks, even left or right, are very powerful. Try not to, if you do, when you use them, trying to find the opportunity to use them, because if you do have that window, they do more damage rather than if you just spam them constantly. If you do use that left hook, just maybe sway a little bit and come forward and use it, because that's the strongest hook is his left, and he can knock a lot of people out with it. Even if you barely hurt your opponent, you can still get a pretty good knockout.
Right, and another thing that Silva does great is using the mount to his advantage and just beating the living shit out of his opponent. I got a clip in here, or we have a few clips in here of him in the mount, and he just does work.
Like we said earlier, vicious ground and pound, very, very nasty ground and pound. The level 86, that's just insane for a fighter. I believe in this clip when we have the, not in this clip, but in the future, when we have the Keith Jardine fight, we see Thiago get in the mount, and he literally just throws 2 hooks from the mount, and he gets it rocked, and he ends the fight from there. That right there just shows the power that Thiago really has if he has that advantage position. Yeah,
and he's also a Muay Thai fighter. Thiago Silva, he's not really a wrestler, but he uses the ground to his liking. I'm pretty sure we have a clip in there that's showing Rampage's face after a Muay Thai clinch that after he clinched up with Thiago Silva, I should say, and it's not pretty looking.
No, it really isn't. The thing about Thiago is, even though his Muay Thai might not be on the same level of Anderson Silva or maybe other Muay Thai fighters in there, but the thing about his Muay Thai is when he gets there, and rather than throw the basic knees, he has these arching elbows that he throws at a really weird angle, but they cut up your opponent's face and leave you this nasty looking. Get up against the cage too, and you just do so much damage that it leaves that very, very big window for you to knock your opponent out. I think when we had the Rampage clip, you'll see that his right eye, or left eye, I should say, is just swollen and closed from those elbows.
Right. We threw in negatives of Thiago Silva in and out of this video, and one of them would be is he will get caught. I mean, you're gonna stand up and bang and bang and bang with fighters. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna catch one right in the jaw. You're gonna get rocked. You're gonna have those flash knockouts, and that happens.
Yeah, it happens when you are a fighter like Silva and you do use Silva. If you are already there to trade, you gotta expect that there's gonna be an opportunity where maybe that your opponent will catch you with like an uppercut or a right hook, left hook. It doesn't matter. Especially, it depends on the opponent you're fighting. If you are fighting a guy who likes to trade, that could happen. Or unless you got a guy that's just totally strong on the ground, then just take that chance. But yeah, when Thiago does get caught, that's probably his weakness, is when he gets on his back, he doesn't really have that opportunity to really get out. Even though he does have a black belt in jiu-jitsu, they don't really have the jiu-jitsu transitions for Thiago, which is a little bit unusual. He doesn't have the butterfly guard. He doesn't have triangle positions, and he doesn't have rubber guard either, which kind of makes sense. But still.
Right, and and his actual when he actually fights in real life, he really doesn't use the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I always mess those words up, but he doesn't. We were looking at it earlier, and he's taken 2 fights out of the first round, and
oh yeah,
and he hasn't had any submissions. The only kind of submissions he has are TKOs, which is kind of weird. We have a clip here of Shogun getting an armbar on him, and it was pretty much easy for Shogun to just maneuver his way to north-south and hit that armbar.
Definitely. Guys, when you are watching this video, and if you are a Silva fan or you do like to use Silva, just be aware that if you are facing someone who does rock you or does take you down, just be prepared to not really panic with Silva, even though that's his weakness. Is when he's on his back, he's not really too great. But don't panic. Just try to find that opportunity to kick the guy off or maybe reverse. Yeah, so just try to kick him off, because he really doesn't have that many high-level transitions to try to take it to another position. Just try to reverse and try to buck him off.
Right. So in review, Thiago Silva is the kind of guy that if you're in there, you want to stand in the pocket and just throw strong, left, right hooks, punches to the body. He's your fighter to use. But once you get taken to the ground, it's not too pretty.
Oh no, not at all. If anything, if you find yourself in the mount or maybe in the posture up in the side control or the half guard, you better be prepared to take some shots and try to get yourself out of there, because if you get hit with maybe just one more hook, then you're basically done. You really need to avoid that. If anything, if you're fighting against a Silva, never, ever in all of evers get yourself caught in the mounts or any other position that where he postures up and throws bombs.
Right, and that includes the Muay Thai.
Absolutely.
All right, so for Team Knockdown, we'll catch you next time with a new fighter, and well, I guess take it easy.
Take it easy, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thiago Silva with the victory!
As you're watching this extra clip, please visit stickskills.com and sign up for the forum. On stickskills.com, you can read reviews written by users, possibly write reviews in the future, and also sign up for community playdates. Links in the description. Peace!